named after me too. His name's Matt.
That's fucked
All
up.
right, so let me tell you guys a story. So, how I got into Call of Duty is actually like not because I love to play Call of Duty. I mean, it turned into that, but basically, I played Halo. You guys know this part of the story. So, like, I played Halo 2 for like my entire life, and then it moved to like Gears of War 1, and then I moved back to Halo 3, and then I moved to Gears of War 2. And right around that time, like, I was going into high school, right? So I come from a really small Catholic school with like a graduating class of like 65 people, 65 kids. And a lot of them still ended up going to Catholic high schools. I went to a public school that both my parents went to. And so I didn't really know that many people. And I didn't have really good like social skills. Like I wasn't really good at talking to people. That's just kind of how I was. And for whatever reason, somehow, I think I met a couple people through my brother. Because my brother was 2 years older than me. And he had like one of his best friends in high school was in my grade, and we kind of met through that. And all these guys played Call of Duty. So there was like a dude named Moody, who's a cool dude. I haven't talked to him in a while, but his name Moody, and then Ehab, and then a bunch of other dudes like from high school, right? So they convinced me to like get Call of Duty for Christmas. I asked for it for my parents because obviously I didn't have a job then. So I finally get Call of Duty, and these are the guys that I'm playing with, like 24/7. Moody and Ehab. Like we were playing like 3v3 GB matches. We had a team called like Chase the Chickens, dude. We never played Call of Duty GB before, but that's what we were playing. Like we were like so hyped. We went like 5-0 for the first time ever. All we would do is play public search and destroy, and then we'd play game battles matches, which is kind of like ESAA in a way, but it has like rankings to it. So that's what we did all day, bro. So like for like an entire year, or for I don't know how long it was, but like eventually I started to get better, and they kind of stayed the same, and I like ventured out to find out more about the community, and then they kind of just kept playing it. So I stopped playing with them for the most part, and I started playing with like more competitive people. So then after that, we kind of like, after like the first 2 years of high school, freshman to sophomore year, we kind of just weren't talking as much. I still talk to Moody, but like Ehab got into like a really different like crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like our school was like 30% Arabic, 30% like black, 30% like white, and then like, what is that? 90% right there? And then like 10% like mixed between like all the other ones, I don't know. But like everyone had their own cliques, so like Ehab was like in the hallways like hustling like phones and selling stuff. Like that was just kind of how it was. Like that's not me being like racist or anything, but that's just like the Arabs in my high school had their own like hallway, and then like the white people had like their own hallway, the black people had their own hallway. That's just, I don't know how it operated. So like he kind of like phased out of like our group, and so like a couple of years go on, and sometimes I'd hang out with him. I'd see him at the gym and stuff. We'd talk and this, that, and the other. Really nice guy, dude. Fucking love the guy. Really cool dude. He was always really kind to me and all of that. And then one day when we ended up graduating, and this was like in between the summer of like senior year and freshman year, this huge news story broke. A gigantic news story. Ehab and 3 other guys from my high school broke into one of those kids' houses. So there was a kid in high school, and both of his parents grounded him for like smoking weed, and they had like a falling out. And so this kid actually contacted the other 3 dudes, which include Ehab. He wanted to rob his parents of like $30,000 that was in the house. So they had this huge plan to go rob the house, and apparently both the parents woke up in the middle of it, and they beat them to death with bats and stabbed them to death. And
Wait,
so now
the parents got killed?
yeah, both the parents are killed. Double homicide. So, basically, yeah, my friend Ehab, who got me into Call of Duty, convinced me to start playing it. You know, fast forward 4 years later, he's still in jail waiting on trial for a double homicide, where they went into the house just to like steal $30,000 and ended up killing both these people, both his parents. It was a huge story.
What about that fucking kid that got the guys to like that was inspired?
I mean, he's in jail too. He's on the hook for murder.
God damn it.
All over $30,000.
You could have opened with that story. You could have opened with that part.
What do you mean open?
Opened the story with that part.
Oh, I don't know. I wanted to give you like a build up.
I had one of your YouTube